Morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Let me just post everybody to get in the room. And I'll share the screen with you in just one sec. Good morning. Let me see if I do share the screen. Okay. All right, how are we doing? Good morning, everybody seeing the screen. Everybody hearing me okay? Give me a thumbs up and ask Boris. Let me know if you guys are seeing everything. Good morning, Miguel. Hey, how are you? All right, I'm gonna try something else. Give me just one sec. Bear with me a sec here. Let's see if this works. Trying. Oh yeah, it is working. Okay, cool. Let me see if this works. Yeah. I'm just trying something here. Okay. And we can hit delete. All right, awesome. All right, I got this new Wacom tablet to help me annotate a little bit, and hopefully it'll let you know, you'll be able to see the annotations a little bit better as I move along. All right, guys. Hey, how's everybody doing? Everybody's coming back to trading after a couple of weeks away with me. I've had a great time when I was in Cali. I did a lot of trading. The account continues to accrete. I'm trading very, very conservatively. So just to give you an idea, like right now, you're looking at this account. Let me just minimize this. So I'm just going to bring the account into view for a second. So you can see 100,000, almost up to $900, which is just a little bit underneath 1% over 2 weeks. So that's pretty much like if you do 1% every 2 weeks, you're doing about 25% a year. So that's very super conservative. But the flip side of that is drawdowns have been essentially non-existent. In other words, every day has been positive. There've been intraday drawdowns, but I've been able to recover every day. You know, it never gives me a sort of a sleepless moment. Now, could I do 10 times that? Could I actually be making, you know, 1,000 on 10,000, which is 10% in 2 weeks? Yeah, I could have absorbed the risk. But if you're going towards that type of a structure, you have to be prepared for sometime down the road, a 30 to 40%. You have to be willing to lose half your account. If you want to try to kind of double your account, you have to be willing to lose half of it during the year. And you know, I'm trying to keep it really conservative for demo purposes and for other purposes to just show good trading habits, because the idea is to stay in this particular trading methodology for a very long time. I mean, just imagine if this is a methodology that you can use for the rest of your life. You don't need to double your account in a year, because the account will naturally double within 2 or 3, and you can just essentially almost have minuscule drawdowns as a result. It's really a matter of preference completely. But I'm just trading on a super slow, super small basis. What that means effectively is, so whatever ratios you guys are employing, let's say if I'm using 100,000 basis, right? My initial trade is only 10,000 units. My what I call seed profit, like, profit per trade is just $10, right? So I'm making approximately, the game plan here is to approximately make 10 trade buckets, because you're going to have sometimes 2 or 3 series of 2 or 3 trades before you can actually achieve that, because we're going to be always trying to repair losing trades. But if you follow that methodology, you're kind of looking for essentially 10 opportunities during the day to make 100. And frankly, if you do that, then you're actually doing like 1% per week. You're doing 50% per year. But I'm not doing that because it's hard to find 10 discrete sequences during the day. You have to really be trading quite a lot. So realistically, I'm doing about 5 to 6 discrete sequences a day. So that means I'm basically doing $50 a day on, or effectively 25% per year if you're looking at it on that basis. So hopefully that's a little clear to everybody. But that's, you know, that's how it essentially. Let me see if I can pull up the calculator for you guys and show it to you. I mean, basically, you know, I'm actually curious. I wonder if this is going to work. I'm trying to use my you know, pad. So if you're doing $50 a day and you have 250 trading days a year, that's actually, sorry, that's 12.5%. I'm wrong. Sorry, I was wrong. That's actually super low. You know, right now, I'm definitely trading on a super low rate of return. Basically 12.5% a year on my return. If I'm doing $100 a day, then that's where I'm getting at $250 250 trading days a year. That's where I'm getting 25%. This is on a 100,000 basis, right? So yeah, I mean, it's right now I'm really doing low. Although today, for example, I'm already up. Oops, clear entry. I'm already up like 70. So you know, I'm definitely improving in the day. You know, the day is still not there. So my whole point is work your way slowly into day trading size instead of trying to go large right away and then running into a massive problem. What you want to do is you just want to make a little bit of money every single day and get a little bit better in execution, better in confidence, better in selection, and then build it up to 100, and then maybe even, you know, might even be able to do a couple hundred. If I do 200, you're doing 200 eventually a day, even like in the you know, 100 days of the end of the year, you're basically going to add up to 60-70%, you know, percent return on the numbers. So I just, you know, these are all numbers. They're made up by actual real life decisions every single day. So don't get too distracted. Just focus on the decisions, not on the numbers. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you. So we had the CPI data come out. CPI data pushed all equities to fresh highs. I shorted, of course. This was a great short here. I took 10 here. I didn't short the NAS because the NAS was a very sharp. Like it went up to 503, came back down to like 90. It was like a 13-point reversal on this candle. So I thought it was gonna, you know, it was vulnerable to kind of a retrace back up, and I wanted to reshort it a little bit higher, and I probably should have, but I just then I stepped off the desk. So as I said to you, generally the Dow is the single best instrument to resolve all of these trades. It works incredibly well as a resolution instrument. So on a day trading basis, all I do all day long, and of course you guys can do the exact opposite. It's just a matter of your personality structure. But all I do all day long is I'm fading. I'm buying lows, selling highs once I have a reversal signal. So I actually bought this was another trade I did, you know, prior to this. So I'm doing that continuously all day long. The idea is, you know, if you can do 10 trades at $10 profits, net profits in your basket, you know, you're up 100, you're up 25% for the day, 25% for the year, or 250% if you're doing it on a 10,000 basis. Given the leverage that 8 offers anybody who's not American, you can easily use 10,000 instead of 100,000. But it's again, it's all a matter of preference. The sound is weird today. Does anybody hear me badly? The sound is weird today is because I lost my camera in California. It's coming tonight, so I don't have. I'm using the crappy laptop camera. So if the sound is a little weird, forgive me, guys. Let me see if I can. I thought that sounded okay when I did a sound test. How am I sounding to everybody else? Sound is good. Okay, so it sounds like you're gonna need to log in, log out, Ruben. Sometimes it's just it's not me, it's you, my friend. Anyways, it's kind of we had this big reaction to CPI, and now it sort of died. We're hanging out. One of the things I was going to tell you guys is that the thing that I realized when I was in California is that the really great time for us to trade is 9:30 to 10:30, like all the way up to even 11 o'clock New York, which is a great time. So I'm going to try to extend our sessions to like 10:30 morning sessions to give ourselves hopefully a little bit more opportunities for turn trades that I'm doing. Or if you're like Miguel, you can just do the opposite and buy highs. I mean, if you bought the highs over here in the Dow, there was it 839? There was like 60 points worth of highs to be made. Same with NAS. If you bought the highs in the 70s, there was like 30 points worth of highs to be made. So you could have easily traded momentum moves. I just choose to trade the momentum pause and reversal moves as a move. So one other thing that I kind of wanted to share with you that is not that is really sort of a separate idea, and I'm trying to trade it on a separate account. I'm actually, let me see if anything got triggered on that account. No, so far nothing. I don't have any trades. Is this particular setup? If you're using the trend indicator, this is the setup that I really, really like. Unfortunately, it hasn't really showed up a lot today. Well, it showed up actually here. It showed up at 2:30 in the morning. So the setup that I love to trade, that I think I've really found the right mix of signals. Remember, I love to trade the turn and trend. In other words, new trend beginning, right? So we have old trend continues, and then eventually that trend fails and a new trend emerges. The other trend emerges. The key question though is, how do you determine when a new trend emerges? So the first thing is, it's very, very easy to determine trend, because a trend effectively is two or more buy signals within a same sample, right? So you have three trend buy signals here. That's a pretty clear definition of trend, right? So one of the things that I love about thinking about this is we know how we don't need to guess the trend is in place. We can wait for it to establish itself. So this is the first step of the process. We establish the establishment of trend. That gives us a tremendous amount of opportunity. Let me see, actually, let's see if I can play around with this thing. This thing is going to work. Oh, hang on. Let me see if this works. I might have to use my arrow. Wonder if this is going to work. Yeah. Okay, so it sort of works. You can see that basically trend over here, right? Oops. Oh. All right, bear with me, guys. New tool, new toy. I got to work with it. So let me see if this works. No. Yeah, the guy, they warned me that this is gonna not work on multiple monitors, so it's clearly not working. So I guess I'm just gonna use the mouse for now. Okay. So what I was gonna say is, okay, we have trend here, right? Oops. Now this sucks. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay. No, I can't. Sorry, I'm just fooling around because I'm trying to get a hold of this a mouse. I can't do it. Oh, I think it, where we get the pointer, goes back to pointer. Is that what this is? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. Anyways, oh no, what's going on here? How do I get rid of this? I go back to pointer? Okay. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, sorry, I take focus off. Anyways, where was I? So I was, I was trying to show you the strategy. Let me just come back to it because I was screwing it up royally. So you see, like, you have 1, 2, 3 arrows over here. That's a pretty good definition of trend, right? So one, we have trend. Now the critical thing is reversal of trend. How do you determine that? And that to me is the essence of what I sort of figured out, which is that when you go over here, right? Let me see if this will work. No, of course it doesn't work. All right, sorry. I promise you I will not torture you anymore. Let me get back in here. The key point is that you want to have 2 consecutive sell signals after you have multiple buy signals. 2 consecutive sell signals on the sell side give you the confidence that there is actually a downtrend coming up, that there's some potential for continuation, right? So when you have this combo of 2 and 2 or 3 and 2, it doesn't really matter, but 2 and 2, 2 one way, 2 the other way, is the 2 the other way that triggered the sell over here. As a great sell over here made money for you, right? Same kind of a thing, by the way, in NASDAQ. As you can see here, let me find it for you. So where was NASDAQ? Here we go. Okay, so I have to go back to yesterday, but here's NASDAQ, big sell signals. That's a downtrend, right? That downtrend is reversed. The key question is what creates a reversal? So these are 2 buy signals that creates a reversal. And that was actually good for about 10 points here. It's obviously very early Asia. That's all you can squeeze out of it, but it's still a decent signal for a mild amount of continuation. If you really wanted to hold on to it, you could, for much longer, you had a chance to go higher here on a longer continuation basis. Then I'm looking here for, I got nothing. I thought I had a signal here. No. So this is actually interesting. So now you see how these alternate, so you don't really have continuity. Oh, sorry, this was a continuity signal. So no, this wasn't. Sorry, I needed to have 2 buys, and I only had 1 buy. So there's no continuity signals here. So now is the interesting question. If we, when the market opens up, if we get a second buy signal, so you had a correction, a secondary buy signal, that'd be a pretty good continuity signal in NASDAQ, because it essentially would show you a reversal of this downtrend. And the same thing with the Dow. So to me, if we're going to trade those type of trades, then that's what we should be doing. We should be looking for those 2 and 2s as our matching, capabilities. It seems like it's very, very quiet here. We got nothing going on here. So I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm happy to discuss anything else you guys like. Let me know. Is everybody kind of quiet? Anybody do any trades today? Anybody do any, trend reversal trades or continuation trades with me today? I had a few, by the way. That whole 2 and 2 structure is something that I'm running like on FX as well right now. So like, for example, I just had a trade. Let me just, while it's kind of boring, I'll show it to you. I had a trade in let's go full screen here. In dollar Swiss, right? So here's dollar Swiss. You have a dollar Swiss uptrend, right? Uptrend, two continuous things. That's an uptrend, right? Then followed by a downtrend right over here. So this particular trade right over here gave you a signal to sell. It was a great, easy signal to sell. Boom, totally made bid. I have right now. I'm also running same kind of a story on. Where's Euro Swiss? That's still floating. It hasn't been able to resolve. But the Euro Swiss trade was short over here, right? It's kind of so quiet. So very, very little movement. It's 86, and it kind of went down to 78. Almost made my target of 10. I traded now with 10, 20, and then I guess just missed spread here, and now it's coming back against me a little bit. I generally, the more I sort of look at the FX, and I'm playing with FX just right now, as a measure of volatility. I actually think probably if you're using a 1-minute chart, I'm probably going to use 10-5s, meaning FX just doesn't seem to have enough juice to go full 10. I did have another trade here, the Aussie trade earlier, also kind of created. It was a downside. A lot of the stuff is actually, what's interesting is that a lot of my trades show up the same time Kathy's zip trades show up. So like, I had a trade over here in right over here in this particular signal that I took in Aussie, and that finally eventually broke down. By the way, one of the interesting things that you can play with, I just don't have a time to do this, but if you wanted to just look at the reversal trades in FX, that is, buying bottoms, selling tops, there just seems to me like so many opportunities in FX. Like FX actually is an incredibly mean reverting instrument, right? So, Euro, you could have bought this 07 over here for 5 points, just, 10-5. It's like a NASDAQ trade, 10-5. 5 points here. You could have bought this over here at 3, right? Resolves itself back up to 5. You could just collect money all day long on FX just as easily as we do on NASDAQ and Dow. And it's super interesting to me how this particular strategy lends itself both to FX and to indices. So I'm happy to play around with this and expand it. I'm certainly going to expand it to crypto eventually. But I just noticed that what works for us on indices very much works in FX as well. So it's an interesting thought. It's just a question of being able to monitor a lot of instruments, which is hard to. This is a kind of an intensive monitoring strategy. So one of the things that maybe I'm going to ask Daniel to do to make it easier for us is create a notification system where I could get an alert for fresh lows. If I get pop-ups for fresh lows, then you can go to that instrument and trade it. What else? What else just popped up on my double what that's going to be in honor of in and out, since I had so many in and outs when I was in California. This is a double. So I think, what was this? Yeah, it's a buy. So I bought, look at this. So this is Aussie in very, very deep sell-off mode. And now, I guess because risk kind of reversed, Aussie created two positive, signals. Now we'll see if this trade is going to work. But this trade now, Aussie yen, put me in long. So we'll see if that trade resolves. So far during the morning, it's been pretty good. The whole idea here is, especially I think if you're trading 10-5, the whole idea is to do 75%. If you do 3 out of 4 winners, you're way ahead of the game. Question is, we have to see if we can get to that level. If we can get 70 or above, we're profitable. 75 would be really golden. But for now, it's just all super quiet. So NAS just died. Dow just died. I have a feeling we're going to pop the fresh highs on the open. The question is going to be like, what we do after that. That's going to be a really interesting question because, you know, even if we take out the fresh highs, it's certainly going to give us a chance, I think, to take some fade trades to the downside. Would you, Krasi, would you trade in which breakout in Europe? Well, which one, Nasdaq? Would you trade? Because I didn't see any kind of breakouts in Europe. There was a breakdown in Europe to the downside. Oh, Russell. Yeah. Oh my God. You really love the Russell, huh? That's funny. Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. That's super good. Okay, what time is it? 9:24. Okay, we'll start. Oh, who's chatting me in the room? Oh, hey, Stephen. Stephen. Just I see your chat message here. Very good. But like always chat me in Slack because I'm only paying attention to Slack. So Stephen wanted me to review the repair levels. It's a great idea. It's super quiet now. Let's kind of review the repair levels. Maybe I'll use a notepad. Oops, hold on. Sorry. Let me file a new. Okay. So the basic, let's just say I start, so I have 100,000 units. This is what I'm doing. You guys do your own thing, right? Account. So first trade is 10,000 units. You're looking for this. I'm just going to do Dow with you. I'm just going to do Dow with you. So it's a plus 10 minus 20 on all trades. On all trades, every trade is a plus 10 minus 20 in the Dow. That's all you do, right? So 10,000 units, you're looking to make 10, right? Let's say you lose on this level. Next level is 30,000 units, right? 30,000 units recovers the 20 loss. Remember, I'm losing 20 when I'm losing this, and make 30 beats the 20 and gives me another 10. So now I'm plus. I get 10. So suppose I get clipped on that, right? If I get clipped on it, so now I'm level 3 repair level. So actually this would be level 1. I should be 1x, 2x, right? That's level 2. Level 3 is 100,000 units. I get a little bit bigger, and the reason why is because I actually want to make more money. If I'm going to take more risk, I want to make more money. So at 100,000 units, what happens is I think I make. Let me just make sure the numbers are correct. So I lost 20, I lost 60. Yeah, I make 20 at this point. So so basically my profit, is something like this. So on the first level, I make plus 10. On the second, repair, I make plus 10. On the third repair, I make plus 20, right? So then we get, so let's say this gets blown up. Then I go to 300,000. My next level, 300,000, right? And let me make sure that I got the math correctly on this. So this would be fourth level. So 300,000, I make 300, but before that I lost 200, I lost 60, so 260, and I lost 20, 220. So I'm still at 300,000, I'm still plus 20, right? Then on the next one, on level, and remember this is level 4, so I almost never go to level 4. But let's say, sometimes you might even have to go to level 5. So the next one I do a million. And this should be level 5. This should be your final level, but this actually gives you, this is the reason why I like doing this is that with a 100,000 account, I can go even one further. I can go one higher. But at a million on level 5, I make, so that's million. I make 1,000. here 300,000, 600. I lost 600. I lost 200. That's 800. I lost 60, 860, 880. So next one, yeah. So yeah. So this one becomes plus 120. That's what I like. That next, if I'm going to go large, it kind of just make the I make like almost a day's worth of profit on that last trade. So that's the max of what I should do. But remember, with a 100,000 account, right? I'm only 10x levered. I have more than enough leverage to go a million. But I could, and I've done this once, I think, mainly because I was like not executing it properly. You could go to 3 million, and that would, that would still give you like 120 on the resolution. So that's the ratios. Steve, does that make sense to you? Those are the ratios. So like basically the whole bottom line is, if you went to 6 levels, which is pretty unheard of, and the probability of you losing 6 times in a row, if you're doing things properly, and the operative word is properly, is really very, very small. But if you just did the worst possible thing at $3 million, you lost, your total loss is 6,000, right? So if you were to add up all these losses, right, the worst thing that can happen to you, just in the worst case scenario, is you're down only 10%. You're only down 10% in this just complete blowout scenario. And the idea is that 95% of the time you're going to resolve by level 3. 97.5%, 98% of the time you're going to resolve by level 4. And there we go to to fresh highs here. That's interesting. Dow isn't making fresh highs, so we can watch the Nasdaq here, right? And so like maybe only 1 or 2 days out of the year, are you ever gonna get up to level 5? Excuse me, level 5 is a million. That should be like 1 day out of the year. And therefore, my point is that even if you just put yourself in just the absolutely horrendous place, the worst you're down is 10%, right? Now the caveat here is this is a 100,000 account. If you're doing $10,000 account, if you put yourself to level 6, you obviously blow yourself out completely, right? So that's the thing. You could double your account at the risk of blowing it out, which is the proper risk reward ratio, or you could. Good job, Miguel. Miguel just sold the things. Okay, let me get rid of this right now. We can watch the market, see how it's trading. We're gonna watch I'm gonna watch the NAS. I'm actually gonna just automatically preset my little thing here. And if NAS turns, I'll let you know if I'm in the trade. So I'm looking now for a red candle in NAS with a 10-5 structure. It could. The thing about NAS, the thing that's tough about NAS is NAS. Sometimes you have to fight 3, 4, 5, sometimes even 5 times. I mean, really 3 to 4 times if you're doing it properly. So that's why I prefer to trade a Dow, which resolves usually in 2 or 3 times at most. But regardless, I mean, the whole idea is we're trading very, very high probability trades, but with very much a mindset that yes, there could be 1 or 2 trades a year that could set us back. And that's why you have to. So, okay, I'm short NASDAQ now. And actually, it just came in like it was +3. So I got short NASDAQ. I'm trading with a 5, and it just got me done. It was super fast, guys. So, if you got short NASDAQ, that was the trade. It was just super fast. My algo just executed it for me. Let me show it to you. So this was the execution. It actually, for some reason, it didn't do a full. I guess it was just super fast. So it did me 5 instead of 4. But anyways, that was a good trade. That was just to start the day. It was essentially +5 on the Nasdaq. If you guys took that trade, you probably made more. Other than that, we have like no variables. So Dow really came off the highs at this point, so it's interesting. It's obvious why Nasdaq is strong, because low interest rates continue to be very positive for FANG stocks. So you're always going to get the benefit of doubt there. Also kind of interested. So we'll have to see. We can play my little 2-and-2 trade here in the Dow. If we get a positive, if we get an up arrow in the Dow, right? So this is a down slice. If we get a positive slice in the Dow, that's going to give me a 2-and-2. See, 2 sells to a 2 reversal, and we want to play that at a 20-40. So when you're trading the Dow, we're going to have a 40 stop, 20 target on that particular trade, and I'll let you guys know if that can execute before the session is over. Nas completely reversed right now, so it was perfect. I'm actually curious. We'll take our eyes off. Let's just look at a couple of currencies and see what they're doing. See the euro. Look at how beautifully the euro failed at the 45. So we really got to start. I guess we'll start applying this to other. Look at how beautiful the pound is reversed here. It was 39.7, right? If we're just trading 10.5, perfectly. Pound makes the reversal. Dollar Swiss bounces off the bottom here beautifully. Dollar yen bounces. Look at that. It was if you bought the 81s, even if you were, this was the lows and you bought here at 84, this was only 79, and now it's like 87, 88. So it's almost it's working for you. So I love, honestly, the trend is interesting. That the trend continuation trades with the 2-and-2s is fine. It definitely works really well in sort of the longer term trades. But man, I love banking money. Like there's I don't see any reason for us to do anything but to buy lows, sell highs in our structure at very low value entry points to be able to control it. I think with currency, as a matter of fact, you probably will have much less of a repair need than you would have with indices, because currencies by their very nature just don't have the kind of manic trend movements that equities do, because there's always two-way price action there. Just let me look at dollar CAD here. Dollar CAD is usually like a notorious. Yeah, look at how great look how great dollar CAD responds to. So this was a low prior. You bought this. It was 17. Let's say I'm just trading this 10.5. So I buy at 17. My target is 22. I make the 5. Boom. Next low would be probably over here. So because this makes the low. So this is 09. My stop is at 89. It's at 99. So I survive the stop, and then survive the stop, and boom, it makes the move. Even if I got stopped out, I would have come in 3 times the size here and made the money. It's just like it's such a great strategy. Yes, for Asia, I start from 6 p.m. Eastern, and generally, Lewis, I don't really do high lows until 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I want the range to kind of expand a little bit. I traded. I can go back to Asia and show you what I did in Asia just a little bit. But let's see. So you guys see like all the. I think we got to start trading FX on this too, because they're just so lucrative, and there's just so many opportunities for us. I just need to be able to. I got to figure out. Might have to do like a. We got time, right? We got nothing but time, because we got no setups. I'm actually curious. Let's see if we can see what I can do. How bad is this if I do this? If I do an 8-bar, how terrible is this? It's not that terrible. You can actually see this, right? It's not horrible, right? You guys can totally see this. right? I don't know what the hell this is, but okay, so here's NAS. Here is, let's make this Dow. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is some old indicator. I want to get rid of this. What is this? You know what? What template is this? Let's make this template. What template is this? Save as trend. Remember, save. Now let's apply this to here. Trend. Oh, why? Oh man, why didn't this? Sorry, this is like really ugly looking chart. I'm gonna have to change the chart settings here. But why is this appearance? Why is this white? Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, so we'll put this and we'll put like a euro on this. Oh, let me see what's going on over here. Why is this working? What's the indicator? This is weird. BK last quotes. BK trend dynamic high low. Okay. With some kind of a bogus indicator. All right, so this seems to be working. Oh, this is like another indicator on here. I got to get rid of it. Okay. All right, here we go. Sorry, I was like, so I'll set this up, but maybe that's what we do. We'll just go like 8 symbols, and that'll give us a chance to trade a lot more than just indices. You know what I'm saying? So this is euro. This is pound. You guys tell me what currencies you want to follow, and we'll follow them. Put dollar Swiss, dollar yen, dollar CAD. We'll put a template BK trend. Oh, it's the wrong trend. Oh, I know what this was. This was the wrong trend. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay. And we'll put the, I don't know, Aussie in here. So this gives us like a bigger view of stuff. This is the wrong. This is the wrong template. Let's put. We're going to add indicator. Okay. Right there. All right, nothing much going on here. We got no trades. The other thing I was going to tell you is that it's very, very tempting. The single greatest flaw, the single greatest mistake you can make is start putzing around mid-range. Where you say, looks like it's going to go down. I'm going to chase it down, or looks like it's going to go up. Like, this is the quickest and easiest way to lose money. The whole idea is that highs and lows matter. Everything in between does not. I mean, it can be valuable. You could make positional trades, but you have no statistical edge in trading this because it's literally a 50-50 trade. Whereas here, it's like a 90-10 trade, and which we basically converted to a 99-1% trade by repairing continuously. That's the transformation. That's the the great application of trading that we use with the high lows. Does that make sense to everybody? Is it clear to everybody who's listening to me right now? So don't be tempted. If there's no trades, you don't take trades. There's no point in forcing trades just because we're bored or we want action or anything else. You want to make money consistently, like I did. You definitely if you want, look. I just want to show you. It's not like I have. Trust me, it's not like I'm tooting my own horn. It's much more for education purposes that I want to share with you the result, because you need to kind of really appreciate look at the equity curve. Look at this equity curve. Just every single day, it's positive, right? And this is the thing. Look at the huge amount of negative pips and everything else, because it doesn't matter. Yeah, you're going to lose a lot of pips. You're not playing for pips. You're playing for dollars. Your profits is what you're playing for, right? So you see how consistent this is. This month was 571. This week, I mean, I wish they would give you everyday results, like they give you results on a day-to-day basis versus I think they give you just only monthly analytics. See, this is just monthly analytics. I wish they would give you everyday results. But you got like 351 trades. That's a decent, we get to 500 trades, that'll be a very, very statistically significant trade. And you see all these statistics are showing you all sorts of negative stuff. It's showing you zero Sharpe ratio, massive deviation, your expectancy is negative, all the crap is negative, because they're all basing it on the amount of pips you win per trade versus what's really important, which is the amount of dollars you win at the end of the trade. That's the difference of how I do this. That makes a lot of sense, right? And what you see here is that every single day, because this is every single day we're marking it. You see how every single day is higher than the day before. See how every single day is higher than the day before, higher than the day before, higher than the day before, higher than the day before. High. I think maybe this is what is that? That's 772. This is 79. This is 84. And this is 9. Yeah, every single day is higher than the day before. That's the essence of what you want to do. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense to you guys. And I'll keep on doing this until we have 100 days, 1,000 days, because it's a proof is in the pudding of doing it correctly. That this is the way to, if we're day trading, our job is to make money every day. We're not speculating, we're not taking positional trades, we're not looking for one big trade to make up losses for all the other trades. We're looking for very consistent, continuous, profitable opportunities on a day trading basis. So I think what I'm going to do in order to clean this up is I am going to do 2 separate accounts. One, I'm going to keep this account as indices, and I'll do another account as currencies. And maybe what I will do is, again, in order to do this, is I'll do an 8 currency board, and then we'll do a two index board. So we'll have two tabs, and we can just look at 2 separate tabs. And that's the way I think I'll construct this in order for us to create a good look. And then we'll just trade the high lows in all of those. I mean, the beautiful thing about currencies, we can go even smaller. You can go 1,000 units if you wanted to as a starting point. But I'm actually very comfortable if I do 100,000 account, 10,000 starting point on currencies. I may be proven wrong, but I am very, very confident I will not have to go more than 3 levels deep to resolve myself on currencies in a in a standard protocol like this. So should be pretty good. Okay, in the meantime, it's all super boring right now. Nothing really happening. 9:49, 10 minutes into the market, nothing is going on. Indices are super quiet. Dow not doing anything. It's really interesting also. I always love to watch the news reaction. Like when news makes fresh highs, right? You have these fresh highs, and then just does not have any continuation. It's an interesting point. I mean, right now it's a pause, and really our only play to make here is if we get a secondary buy arrow on this, then we trade this with a 1020 on the Nasdaq, and trade the Dow with a 2040. But other than that, we got like no viable trades here. Anybody have any questions about how I trade, what I do? Is it unclear? Please speak up. We got plenty of time. Today is kind of a super boring session. Only so far one trade so far that I did. But let me know. Type in chat, ask Boris, and ask me. It's not complicated what I do, but it requires an open mindset and very flexible. Just the ability to kind of not get rattled by the fact that you're gonna lose 2 or 3 times in a row. You gotta trust the process and keep going back after the same trade. But in a very, very methodical way. The beauty, for those of you guys who are new, who don't understand why my strategy works. Let's imagine, this is for argument's sake, say this is a red candle, right? So we break fresh highs, and this turns to be a red candle, and I short it over here, and then it gets stopped out, right? I get stopped out. So the reason why my strategy works is because I don't try to enter this candle or enter this candle. Let's imagine this doesn't exist, or enter this candle or enter this candle. I enter only, so I get stopped out, and then I wait and I wait and I wait till I get a secondary weakness point. And then I enter at that secondary weakness point. And even if that point fails, I then wait and wait and wait for a third weakness point. So the idea here is that you're not, typically what people do is they add here, add there, they're guessing a top. We're not guessing a top or guessing the bottom. We're waiting for the weakness point, for the reversal point to manifest itself. And only then are we allocating money to it, which is why the strategy is so successful. It's not just a simple, modified martingale. It is a very, very selective strategy that that employs larger capital in order to resolve the trade. All right, NAS completely unwinding. So we're just chopping. There just seems to be very little price action here. Let me see if there's anything in the news. Let's see if Juice has anything. This should be interesting as far as crypto goes. People are going to be watching this. Oh, that's interesting. Not much. Really not much going on here. By the way, You guys want to look at crypto while it's kind of quiet here? Let's take a look at how well crypto trades on this strategy, because this isn't the only asset which responds. As a matter of fact, we could have taken the crypto here. Look at a Bitcoin. So let's say this was, Bitcoin made fresh highs here, would have been short here. Bitcoin, I have to trade with like a 400 stop, 200 target, because that's just, the bare bones minimum you need in Bitcoin to kind of make it work. But let's say I came in over here, that's 679. My stop would have been 4,700. I think I would have, no, I would have survived this. And a target of 479, right? So I would have survived this, and it comes back down to like right over here for, I guess would have made target over here at 480. Maybe these days I could probably trade it with 200, 100, but I think it's too tight because the spread is $25. So you have to trade this for like maybe 300, 150 is what you can get away with. But regardless, you see how well how well it would have resolved. Even here, this was a fresh high in Bitcoin off of the strong. Look at how Bitcoin responded to CPI numbers. That's surprising. So that was good. Excuse me. And then you would have come in here at 445. Again, let's just say I used 300, 150. So that would be 300 as my target, and it would have been right here. I would have made my target right over here, right? So plus 150 here, plus 150 here. Hey, could be worse, right? A couple of $150 trades, and you're up to 1,000 in Bitcoin very easily. So surprisingly enough, you would think crypto is a crazy instrument, but it's an instrument that is very much a two-way instrument. So when you sell the highs or buy the lows, you have a quick chance to repair that trade, regardless of how it's trading. Now, ETH obviously is a lot smoother, a lot tighter, only $2 or $3. But ETH is, very. Look at how choppy it is on a 1-minute chart. Like there's just not, like it just seems to be like the only liquidity for real in the crypto world is in Bitcoin. ETH you probably could trade on a 5-minute chart with high lows, but then you'd have to just trade bigger targets. So like here's ETH on the 5-minute chart. This is a reversal. I guess you trade this, ETH you'd probably trade 40-20, right? $20, 40 stop. So you came in at 55. You're looking for 25. Not even that. You wouldn't have been able to get that. So you came in at 55, 95, 35. Wow. And maybe 2010. Wow. Really that little? I guess you could trade ETH 2010, maybe 30-15. I'd have to figure out what the proper stops and targets on ETH would be given our thing, but you can see it fails on a 5 here, fails on a 5 here. It's just that you're not getting, the big enough moves here. All right, let's see what's going on in. Oh, hey, Dow starting to inch towards the lows. That's interesting. Let's watch that. So Dow broke the uptrend level, starting to inch towards the lows. What's the dollar CAD? Is dollar CAD going towards highs? Do we have a trade in dollar CAD? What the hell is this? Oh, this is the wrong. It's the wrong indicator on it. That's what's wrong with it. Okay, let me add the right indicator. And no, it's not going to break highs because the highs are clearly here, but so 26.65 is the high. Interesting. Okay. All right, I'm gonna make a new sheet with all of this stuff. In the meantime, just to give you guys some heads up, dollar yen. Remember I told you that the 2 and 2, the double. The dollar yen just triggered a double for me. So this was strong uptrend, and then we reversed to a downtrend. So we reversed to a downtrend here. I got short here at like 84, looking for 74, but frankly, I should be just looking for 79, because you want to trade this with a 10-5. I don't think you're going to get enough continuity. So I would probably trade this. 70. If this thing gets to 79, yeah, I would consider that to be a target. But that was a, that's a double trade that just triggered right now. The other trade that triggered is Euro Swiss. I'm back in Euro Swiss. I wonder why, did Euro Swiss reverse? That's interesting. What happened to my Euro Swiss? Why am I still in it? Oh, I think this Euro Swiss is so slow, and it just missed my target that I'm still nursing that plus 10 target. So I would have made +5 target a long time ago. So this is just simply legacy. That's just holding a legacy position. Oh, we're starting to come down now hard. So time to start watching the Dow. See if we get any kind of play in the Dow here. Totally on this trade. Wow. I had a feeling the markets have been trading very heavy lately. And I'm pretty convinced that equities are going to start correcting here. Price action is right now definitely confirming this. Although every single day I say this, and every single day, end of the day, we have an end of the day rally that brings us back to green. So there's a lot of people dead on that battlefield of bears, which is another reason why I don't try to forecast longer term trades, because it's so hard to get the timing on the indices, so I'm just watching my my dollar yen. It's 81. It's mopping around all over the place here. But it would be nice if that came into 79. That would make me 5 on the move. Okay, here's the Dow. It looks like maybe it'll pull dollar yen with it. Maybe get a little bit of risk off. Where it's 80 on dollar yen. 79 gets me to +5 on dollar yen. Let's see if that works. Yeah, 79. Dollar yen makes +5. If you guys are trading that at home, I'm going to take this. And now we got the Dow making fresh lows. No trades. Do not even think about making a trade right now. We're just looking. All right, let me actually play with this now. I'll let you know if it starts triggering, because so far we got no trades. I auto arm my my algo. So oh, 200. I just realized we're 200 points off the 35,000 level. It's a nice big correction here in the Dow. So making fresh lows. Dollar yen 78. Those of you guys who are trading dollar yen, you're +6. You can take that profit now. If we're trading 10-5s. Fresh lows. And this is, by the way, is like a bread and butter trade for Miguel. He loves to sell the lows, which is a great trade. It's if you're a momentum trader, if you love trading continuity, this is your trade. You sell the lows, and it just easily makes you money, right? I'm a reversal trader, and the thing is, I could trade the continuity, but it's mentally very, very hard for me to switch back and forth. So I'd rather commit to one side and trade one side of my strategy. But you could trade the other strategy just as easily. It all depends on your personality, your mindset. Even if maybe you're ambidextrous and you could trade both ways, which would be great. Good job on dollar yen. That's working for you, Connie. All right, we're 25 seconds. Too early. Don't even think about that. This could be. We'll have to see if this turns positive. This seems like a wow. Look at this. Look at that trade, man. Whoa. Now this, I'm showing you the CFD just because I'm trying to stay consistent to the CFD. But I wonder if the feuds are just flying around so much that the CFD is it's interesting that with such a big adjustment. Okay, so this puts me into a trade, and right away the trade is goes negative, but we're letting it breathe. So now I'm in at 6. My target is going to be 70, and I'm done, and that's it, and I'm in and I'm done, and that's the trade. Super fast. So you have to, if you're doing this manually, you got to just press the button with the tool. If you guys, anybody else follow me on the Dow? Connie, you took the Dow with me? I'm sorry, I should have said we're setting up green, so it's going to be a positive trade. I was just I got lazy because my algo took the trade, so I wasn't manning. Okay, Juan, good job, my man. You made money. Good job. Yeah, I know. I should have prepared you guys. It's like today has been a kind of a day where we just been so lulled by the quiet that it's been hard to find any price action that's interesting. Oh, this is the wrong one. This needs to be NASDAQ. Why is this? Okay, NAS is actually coming in towards the lows. Let's watch the NASDAQ a little bit. Maybe there's an opportunity in NASDAQ. Euro Swiss. Hey, let's play around with this. Okay, we want to play currencies. So we get a chance to play a little bit of currencies here. This is also the wrong thing. Sorry. Let me add the right indicator. Okay, so there's no trade in Aussie, but is there a trade in? Yeah, there's a trade in dollar Swiss here. Let's watch dollar Swiss. So we've got nothing else to do. So dollar Swiss, excuse me, this is Euro Swiss. Euro Swiss would be a 10.5, right? We'd be trading 10.5, meaning if we get a green candle here, we're gonna get long with a 5 target, 10 stop. So there's 41 seconds left. It's plenty of time. I'll just keep it on the side of our eye. Just trying to see if there's anything else that's approachable for us. But we can look, we can look at other ideas throughout the day. As potential trades. So this looks like it's going to complete green. So if this completes green at these prices, it's going to be 108.77, target 108.82, stop 108.67, or it's 78 actually. So 108.78 we're in, target 108.63. No, it's 83. I'm sorry, 83. We're looking for 83 on the target, and it's a 68 stop. Okay, so that would be the way to trade the Euro Swiss right now. And this may take like an hour because it's a currency, but we'll see if it bounces. But it's just just a good example, I think, of like where there's opportunity in currencies for bounce trades. These are all bounce and rebound trades. Now, the beautiful thing, as I said, if you want to trade currencies tiny, you can do like lots of. You're gonna have like 8, 9 currencies. So you may have like 20 trades during the day. If you want to trade super small, you could seed this with like a 5,000 unit seed, because so if you seed it with 5,000 unit seed, the way I would do it is I do 5,000, 20,000, 60,000 level 3, then 60,000 times 3 is it 118? Yeah, and then I do 180,000 after that. So at a 10,000 basis, your level 4 would be 180,000, which is not a lot. Gives you plenty of room. 180,000 at times 5 was it 180? So 100,000 times 100,000 is $1 and 100,000. Yeah, it's $1 and 100,000. So it's times 10 would be it's 10,000 is $1. It's $10, 100,000. So it's 100. So 180 times $5. Trying to figure this out. $50. It'd be like a $90 profit on a 1.8. All right, we're looking for 83 on the Euro Swiss. As I said, you could go to sleep on this. The only problem with watching the currencies is like the resolution on indices is 5-10 minutes, right? With currencies, it can be so long that if you're not paying attention, or you have to walk away from the screen, your repair trade may take maybe an hour later or 2 hours later. So you kind of have to monitor it on a mobile device all the time if you want to do this. Trend sell on the pound. Was a pound? Does the pound have a double? Here's the pound. What do you mean by trend sell? I don't have a double sell signal here. Just you just try selling it because it's underneath the trend line. So just to give you guys an idea, today, even at sort of like my small seed of 10, I did manage to make 100, right? So as I said to you, you get comfortable. It's very feasible to make 100 a day. That's 25% a year on 100,000. So today, I'm getting closer to that level. Man, I forgot how boring FX is. Really just need to trade crypto and indices for our purposes. Dow coming back to test the lows again. Watching the Dow here. Let's see where we go. Might break fresh lows. Watching the Dow again here. Looks like we're coming back down for the lows. Let's see if we're going to break fresh lows. I'm kind of trying to make a double bottom here. Not our trade. If you guys want to take if this turns green, you can take a small position on this as a double bottom trade. But I generally stop trying to trade double bottoms because they work, but they don't work nearly as well as just trading hardcore bottoms, fresh bottoms. Because a lot of times it will just kind of probe and then make fresh lows again. But it could be worth a tiny little shot here if you want to take a half position. Maybe we'll do that just to keep it interesting. All right, 68. Let's just take 68 here, half position, just for. Oh, wow, and that was fast, and that just boomed out straight up to almost plus 10. So that sort of worked. That was a really, really fast move. Let's see if it holds. That was a spiky ass move, man. Wow. And there you go. So you took that. That works out to a plus 10 as a double bottom. I'll count it for fun and fun in the sun. So that actually, what do we do today? And now I forgot. I did this one trade. I did the second trade. So that's 10-10. We did the NASDAQ. There was no Dow trades, right? Besides the Dow bottom. I didn't do any other trades. This was a fade trade here at 36. And NASDAQ. Yeah, so that was it. Just 25 points today. Okay. 25, legitimate points today on the trade. Okay. All right, guys. Kind of a slow, boring session today, but we went through a lot of the mechanics, and I think that's just very, very important. Do not quit on these ideas. We're going to get fresh lows, and I have a feeling Dow's going to just get decimated today. So it's going to try to make fresh lows. Pick your spots, but there'll definitely be bounces here for us to make money. So I don't think the farming is done here. The harvesting is done because there's still money to harvest the trades. And I'll update you a little bit on the FX as well. But anyways, that's it for today. That's the story. Everybody enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much. Anybody banked today? I know Lewis banked. I know Juan banked. Anybody else banked with me today? Anybody take any of the trades? Calvin, did you bank? Anybody banked? Connie banked? Good job. All right, super. Great. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully it'll get a little bit more exciting. As I said, don't quit on these trades. They're all pretty viable. Even this one, even this one popping right now could be setting up as a potential trade. I got to run to the DMV, so I got to run. But everybody have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys everybody tomorrow. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.